WAEC INFOBOX is brought to you by the West African Examinations Council in partnership with Ovueta and supported by BIC.
WAEC INFOBOX.
Hey! I miss you.
It's not working.
What?
It's just not working.
Excuse me? You told me you love me and now it's not working?
The pen.
Who the heck is Jen?
There's just nothing. Nothing. What's the problem?
Jen, huh?
Who?
For next time, Big Crystal Original. Get a pen you can rely on.
Are you looking for a world-class aptitude testing service in Nigeria? Here we are. The West African Examinations Council delivers reliable and standardized computer and paper-based aptitude testing service for recruitment, promotion, entrance, guidance and scholarship needs. Our services are a breath of fresh air in a highly competitive business environment. For inquiries, please call 080-2310-3924, 080-3414-9549, or send an email to aptitudetestdepartment@waec.org.ng. The integrity of our aptitude test services is unbeatable.
WAEC INFOBOX.
Welcome back. Sir, let us quickly talk about, we opened this program, we talk about some innovative things you've done amidst many challenges that you talked about, but everyone will think that all is rosy. What are these challenges that you are talking about that confronts you're trudging on a daily basis?
A whole lot of challenges. The first one I would like to talk about is wrong public perception of the role and workings of WAEC Nigeria. And that is where we are supposed to draw our strength from. When we have this public, I don't want to call it sympathy, empathy, public understanding, public empathy, that will give all the strength to move on. But when the public does not even seem to understand what you are doing, then there's a big problem. Let's take the issue of examination malpractice, for example. Everybody shouts. There should be no examination malpractice. Fine and good. What is WAEC doing? Why should fight examination malpractice? Fine and good. And then WAEC rises up to the challenge to fight examination malpractice by clamping down on erring candidates, erring schools, erring officials, be they WAEC officials, be they teachers, principals. And one should do that. It's the same public that will shout back. Why are you cancelling candidates' results? Why are you withholding candidates' results? Why is WAEC leaking examination questions? And all that, and all that. We have tried to explain, but it appears that some people are not listening. I don't want to say many people. Some people are not listening. The goals of examination leakage was exercised long ago. There is nothing like leakage in Nigeria any longer. What we have is what we call foreknowledge. For example, on the timetable, the examination is bid to start at 10 a.m. Normally in our tradition, we release the codes, that is the security materials, to the supervisors 1 hour before the commencement of the examination, so that they can travel to their various examination centers to do some preliminary work before the exam will start. And the far-flung areas we have in Nigeria. We try to break the country, the state, into smaller units we call custodian centers. In a state, we can have up to 30-something, up to 40-something, up to 20-something, depending on the size of the state. To enable the supervisors collect these materials and get to their centers in good time for the commencement of the exam. So, ordinarily, once we release these security materials, they are no longer in our possession. It is now the responsibility of the supervisor to ensure the sanctity of these materials, to administer them, and to make returns to WAEC. But what happens? You discover that when you release these materials an hour before the commencement time, sometimes before 10 a.m., we have a way of monitoring it. Before 10 a.m., maybe around 9:50, 9:55, some rogue website operators that have formed syndicates soliciting patronage from candidates and some gullible parents who will pay. You see them, they will access this in the examination hall and then post it online. But the good news is that when they do that, we get them because we have a technology to detect who posted it and where it was posted from. And we descend on them. But the public doesn't know this. We get them arrested. So we want a better understanding. We want better cooperation, we want better support from the Nigerian public. Once we have that, we cannot only run but fly. The second major challenge I want to talk about now is the hostile environment. Hostile environment is all encompassing. When I say hostile environment, I mean insecurity, threats to our operations and even lives. Let me tell you, hitherto, we used to move from here by road to Maiduguri to deliver our security materials. And you know, because of the nature of WAEC examinations, we go to all the nooks and crannies of this country. And we were going unhindered, traveling day and night, no problem. You send men and materials to all these places, and they used to travel by road. But you know now that most of the time we have to fly men and materials. That one will not only double the cost, it will quadruple the cost. What about threats to lives? We conducted the examination in all parts of Nigeria. I don't want to mention any place. In this last examination, we conducted it in all parts of the country. Why staff are human beings? We are not spirits. I'm sure you know the gravity of what I'm talking about. So it's a major problem. Apart from threat to lives and materials, the cost of administering the exam has skyrocketed. Coupled with the existing spiral inflation, coupled with the challenging economic situation we have found ourselves
affecting
in the country
every
and
item.
globally. So that is a major problem. In a hall that we will previously have about 100 candidates sitting, one supervisor, that will be 4 invigilators, 30 candidates for 1 invigilator, and a pack thereof, or a pack thereof. So now, that 100, you can no longer take that 100 in that hall because of the spacing requirement. So you will now have to spread the 100 candidates into 2 halls, which means you are now going to engage 2 supervisors or more, and engage more invigilators or more. That has a telling effect on the cost of conducting the examination. And then you talk about schools not ready to partner with us, because some schools, not all, Some are just not ready to partner with WAEC. All they are interested in is to embark on examination malpractice, make more money, tell the whole world that candidates make A1 in their schools and all that and all that. That's what most of them are interested in. Even if you mount a workshop today, even if you do a road show today, to try to sensitize them against the evils of examination malpractice, some of them are not interested.
In this country.
And I'm not afraid to say that most of them are private schools. I'm not saying that all private schools are Satans. I'm not saying that all public schools are saints. No, that's not the issue. But when you have two evils, you identify with the lesser one.
Just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the head of national office explaining to everyone the challenges of this organization that benefits us, measures the standard of education for this country. It calls on every one of us to partner in positive spirit for the growth and the sustenance of this organization. We'll be right back to continue.
Wow, with BIC, you'll find all the essentials for a successful school year. Colorings, pencils, and of course, your favorite BIC crystal and 4 color pens. Write your future with BIC.
Help in the Mirror is an initiative endorsed by the West African Examinations Council to assist indigent students from by the West African Examinations Council recognized public secondary schools across Nigeria register for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination. Sadly, a large number of students with the capacity to excel in the exams miss out on the opportunity to write their final examination due to financial difficulties. With your donations, we can cover the cost of registering for this examination for 100,000 young students every year and set them on the path to greater opportunities. You are a corporate body, a philanthropic individual, or simply someone who wants to help the poor? Join us in helping 100,000 indigent students get registered for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination for school candidates every year. You can make a donation right now from anywhere in Nigeria and the world by logging into the Help in the Mirror website, www.helpinthemirror.com, or call 080952976606 to receive your donation. You can direct your donation to any school of your choice nationwide. Help in the Mirror, possible with your donation.
WAEC INFOBOX. The West African Examinations Council on Thursday, the 18th of November 2021, held its 59th annual council meeting in Ibadan, Oyo State of Nigeria.
As you can see, the meeting has begun already. The head of national office, WAEC Nigeria, Mr. Patrick Areghan, is taking the welcome speech. He's telling us about all the exciting things to come, especially the item 7. It promises to be an exciting time for the teachers and students present here.
My role is very simple, and that is to introduce you to the Nigerian National Committee, and the purpose of the meeting. The NSC, by way of acronym, is the highest policy-making organ of the West African Examinations Council in Nigeria. The membership of the committee is made up of experienced and distinguished Nigerians, many of whom are serving officers in the education sector, representing a wide range of interests in the affairs of the council. Some are university professors, some are business moguls, and so on and so forth. The committee ensures that the policies of the council in Nigeria are formulated and executed in the best interest of the staff as well as the general public.
During the event, many students were celebrated for their outstanding performance. A student of Pristine College, Surulere, Lagos, Morenike Yinka Banjo, came first. She scored A1 in all her subjects, and her total score was 606.3196. Ayoluwa Adebowale of Emerald Laurel Comprehensive College, Ibadan, came second. She also had A1 in all her subjects with a total score of 601.2198. Mozuzu Chinaza of Total Education Development Academy, AK Owerri. Abia State came third. She also scored distinctions in all her subjects with a total score of 599.605. WAEC INFOBOX. You're welcome back. Thank you for being there. I've been speaking with the head of National Office WAEC Nigeria, Mr. Patrick Areghan. Sir, you know, when I listen to some of the things you said, you know, I keep wondering, you know, how do you wake up every day and you get motivated?
Before I answer your question, let me just take it downhill.
Yes.
Talking about the challenges.
Yes, we're still on the challenges. We were actually talking about the schools.
Yes, we were just talking about
the attitude of
the propensity to cheat is higher on the part of some schools than others.
Yes.
And I told you that the private candidates, the private schools, are more guilty than the public schools. Why? The private schools, most of them are in business. They want to make money. But the public schools are run by the government, and the teachers and the principals are paid by the government. And they are under strict instruction to comply with all the rules and regulations guiding the conduct of examinations. Otherwise, they won't be adequately sanctioned by their employers. But the private schools, they are their own employers. They just want to make money. So you have categories of private schools. You have the lower, you have the low, you have the middle, upper middle, lower middle, upper private schools. When you go up there, oh, the atmosphere is beautiful. Those ones are out to ensure the maintenance of standards and high performance on the part of candidates. So, yes, you pay, but they deliver service. Even some of the middle ones, this one is rampant in the lower class and the lower class of private schools. That is why some people talk about miracle centers, which is not in our dictionary. When we float entries, we say, oh, 30th of November is the closing date. How many of them want to adhere to 30th November? Some will be busy scouting for candidates.
Okay, reason why there's a delay in some of them.
Sure. And during this last registration exercise for the just concluded WASC for School Candidates 2021, we caught some of them. And they were busy shouting all over the world. They were reporting us here and there, complaining about the continuous assessment. And we now discovered some of them have syndicates. One cyber cafe operator, for example, will be doing business with about 10-20 schools. And they will just be uploading the same set of candidates, fictitious names, while they are searching for candidates. So at the end of the day, they will come to WAEC, oh, please pull down our registration. We want to make corrections. All are lies. When you adhere to registration deadline, it is possible, easier, for us to prepare what we call pre-examination documents. We have pre-examination documents, we have examination documents, we have post-examination documents. And it is very serious when you are unable to prepare your pre-examination documents. How do you conduct that examination? How do you know the number of candidates that are registered for commerce to be able to print question papers for them? Gone are the days when we used to do things the traditional way, analog. Now everything is digital. If I'm printing evaluation paper for Mr. Katuba, that is for you. If I'm printing for Patrick Areghan, that is for me. And if you have not submitted the name of Akatuba to me, how do I get your materials ready? So these are the challenges. So if you adhere to registration deadlines, if you adhere to our instructions, if you comply with our rules and regulations, then you are our best friend. You are helping us to do a good job. You are helping us to serve the Nigerian child better. You are helping us to serve the Nigerian government and people better. But once you do otherwise, you are setting us back.
WAEC INFOBOX. So just a minute. Maybe they are taking you for granted that you are not wielding the big stick. You do not sanction. You do not punish. I register late and you still allowed me. I'll do it again next year. What is, just before you move on, don't you think it's one of the reasons why the schools repetitively do that, giving them the room to shop for candidates?
Thank you very much. That is another way of, according to the public now, of being a bad boy or a bad child before the public. When they do this, we sanction them, and everybody now starts crying again. Oh, why should you say no more registration? They will apply pressure from all quarters. Okay, pay a fine. Oh, WAEC is collecting money. Let's talk about the issue of continuous assessment. What have we done? Because there's a policy that says that you cannot enroll external candidates for the school candidates examination. It's a federal government policy, and it's a WAEC policy. That was what they were trying to circumvent by coming up with those pranks. And we now said, in SS1, submit their continuous assessment records of your children when they are in SS1. In SS2, submit their continuous assessment records. Then in SS3, when they are doing the registration, submit their final continuous assessment. So that if you were not in that school ab initio, you will not be able to manufacture any man for the candidate in one, in SS2, in SS3. That's why they were shouting. But we stuck to our guns this time around. Since 2018, they had been frustrating us. But this time we took it to our board, and they gave us the backing. They gave us the go-ahead. And we said, we put our feet down and said, it must be done. So all of them, one or two states, they don't even present candidates for the exam because they pulled down everything. And we said, if for us to reload, you have to pay. Computer is money. It's not just a case of you pull down, you reload. Who pays? And they said they were not going to pay. So examinations are not conducted free of charge. It's never served a la carte. So if you don't pay, you don't get examined. And we wouldn't want to add this to the already existing headache. So that is it. We meet our punishments. We do.
But you receive backlash. Dr. Konjo-Iweala said in a book, fighting corruption is dangerous. As head of national office, what do you think about this statement? I know that the president of Rwanda said when he saw the book, he said, then not fighting it is even more dangerous. What, as head of national, confronted with all this, what do you think about the management of the Nigerian environment when it talks about trying to instill discipline, trying to make people do the right thing? Since you become head of now, what do you think about this system?
Well, in respect of this, I will simply laugh. I will smile and will laugh. Because WAEC is a completely different organization. In actual fact, we are not being hindered at all in the war of fight against examination malpractice. It's just that wrong public perception. and the backlash that comes when you take the necessary decisions you have to take and the actions. But nobody actually stops us from doing what we want to. Nobody can stop WAEC from doing what we want to do. Nobody. So when you commit an offense, we deal with you. Even as staff, nobody tells staff what to do. They know what to do. You can't come here and find the village headmaster with the big cane, driving staff all about, come and sit down and do your work. No, you know what to do. So when candidates commit offense, we punish them. When teachers commit offense, we punish them by recommending them for punishment to their employers. So nobody actually stops us. So it's interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, nobody can stop WAEC from punishing erring persons. Make no mistake, these are challenges, but WAEC is resolute.
Wow, with BIC, you'll find all the essentials for a successful school year. Colorings, pencils, and of course, your favorite BIC crystal and 4 color pens. Write your future with BIC.
Do you want to work in the film and TV industry? Are you passionate about acting, screenwriting, and more? Then register at the NIJ Film and TV Academy. The academy, set up by the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, will commence with 7 courses: screen acting, screenwriting, cinematography, film directing, film editing, film sound production, and television production. At the NIJ Film and TV Academy, you will receive hands-on training by industry experts and internship opportunities. Register now at nijfilmandtv.com or call 080-2325-2756 or 080-6591-1247. NIJ Film and TV Academy, making effective impact for creativity.
WAEC INFOBOX was brought to you by the West African Examinations Council in partnership with WAEC and supported by BIC. That's it for today on WAEC INFOBOX. We hope to see you back here, same station, same time.